Hey guys, Wolfie here, and welcome to my first video with speech. The last video was great and all, but I wanted to do a drawing video for you guys. So today I'm going to be doing drawings that my friends have requested. I have two friends that are YouTubers that I'm going to be doing this for, so I'll put their channels down in the description down below. And yeah, let's get started. So this one is just my friend's character and then her technical real self. But I'm doing this like all without references, so it's kind of gonna suck. And yeah, I don't remember what she said her OC was, but I know it's part cat. And I'm using Krita to do this because that's what I use to draw. And this is going to be a very long process. So yeah, I'll definitely have to figure out how to do this later on. And I'll probably be quieter during this video than I would in like a gaming video or something. So yeah, this is for my friend, it's Lavender Heart the cat, I believe. And like I said, her channel will be down in the description down below. Neck fluff. All the fluffiness. And I did the sketches beforehand. That way it's a little bit easier for me to draw. And I'm not used to drawing on a flat surface like a desk, so I wanted to do an intro video, but I couldn't figure out how to export the animation, and I didn't even start the animation. So yeah, this is what I'm doing for now, drawing videos, and this is gonna be like part 1, I think, because I think I'm only gonna try to squeeze 4 in for this video. And nothing I ever draw is like super perfect, so this will probably not be super good. And yeah, okay. So I kind of wanted to give you guys backstory on some of these characters. So basically Lavender Heart came around not long ago, but she originally just started off as Lavender, and she was a Mifwa, because anime terms, and my friends and I are decent anime nerds, so yeah, we started off with her as a Mifwa, and then she changed so much in the last year, because it went from Lavender. No, actually, the first one was Atlantica. Then it went from that to Lavender, and then from Lavender to Lavender Heart. So things have just changed with this character more than I can really say, because I don't know what's going on in my friend's head when she uses this character. She started off as just a human with cat ears and a cat tail, and then here she is, still decently humanoid, but also very cat-like. So from the reference that my friend sent me and I didn't use, the quick glance I took at it, it was just a cat person, and she had a bandage on her tail, and that's like all that I really noticed about her. And since I'm drawing it in my own style, it won't be exactly like the picture she sent me, so I just hope this is good enough. And then yeah, so like I was saying about her, she's changed a lot. She started off as a character for I don't remember what roleplay series it was. Let me think. It was a Minecraft roleplay that the Atlanticraft did. I don't remember what it's called. But she started off with my character as mermaids, actually. And then they were like the daughters of Cody, I believe. And it was interesting, to say the least. But then we changed them, and they were just our all-around Minecraft characters. And then Lavender became a Calico Mifla, so like we ended up having Lavender's hair look very calico. Like it had spots and everything. And the crazy thing was, at that point, my character had turned into a werewolf, and I was trying to figure out how to work that out with how she was originally a mermaid. And then I just was like, well, she doesn't have to be a mermaid anymore. I don't really like mermaids that much. So I just kind of threw away the mermaid idea and went with my werewolf, because werewolves are so much more fun to draw, honestly. I like drawing mermaids, but I also kind of hate it, because I always have to do like scales and stuff. But I do a lot of people with different kinds of tails and stuff. Like I do Miflas, I do werewolves, I do a bunch of random things I've come up with. Like if you watch RWBY and you know the Faunus, then I draw characters like them, like Sun and Velvet and Blake and other people. Like I think I've drawn a character that's a monkey. I've drawn someone that had dragon wings, she had fangs, and she had a tail. And that's actually on my profile picture, I believe, for my channel. And she was just like a version of my character I created but never wanted to use. And then I saw this as the perfect opportunity to use her, because she's technically an official character in my world. And my character shows up in every universe I have. Depends on what she looks like and stuff, but she's there. Like in my mermaid universe, the character shows up, I think, as the prince's sister? Yeah, I think so. In my anime I want to do, both of them actually, she's different than she normally is. Like in the first one I wrote, or started writing, it sucks. She is going to show up in a village when my characters are out exploring. That's one that like all the characters are based off of my friends and people I know and humans. Oh my gosh, I can't get this right. Okay, and then the second one I started like 3 weeks ago, which is going to be about a bunch of pirates, and my character, her name is Lena, I believe, in that one. And she's super cool, and I really like her. Good lord, that hand does not look right. And I really like who she is. She's also on my profile picture. She's the one with the one long sleeve and the one short, and she has like I think she's got a teal scarf around her waist, hips, wherever. It looks really good though, so of course I'm happy with it, which makes me happy. And yeah. But I was gonna say something about Lavender, and I completely forgot what I was gonna say. Oh, right. Okay, so when she was a mermaid, she was Atlantica. Her name has never changed. Her name will always be Lilo. Because I was bored one day, and I was trying to come up with names, and I was writing down a bunch of random letters, and I wrote Li and LO right next to each other. And I was like, that's the perfect name for my character. Especially since she likes the water. Or used to until she became a werewolf. But yeah, and then I watched Lilo and Stitch like the next day, so it's not technically because of that movie that her name is Lilo, but it's probably where I like what I was thinking about, honestly. But yeah, so Lavender then became Lavender when we decided to go with more of a humanoid roleplay. And I think it's probably more popular, actually. I can't get this line right. And when we went with Lavender and Lilo, we were trying to figure out how they made it into that roleplay series. And originally they started off as one of the main characters' long lost sisters, like they were kidnapped when they were little or something. And then they ended up becoming his cousins, and then they were adopted and into his family, and we had a lot of fun with it, but probably too much fun at the same time. Because literally every OC we have has some roots to other characters. Like, my friend Lavender Heart made an OC that was actually in love with my OC, and I kind of enjoyed it. I mean, he was cool, but I don't know. He was also sort of annoying. And he was a lot like my character. He was very nerdy. He, unlike my character, he wore glasses though, and he was a bookworm, which is me and my characters, and I don't remember what his name was off the top of my head. But then I was like, there's only one problem with that. I created my character's boyfriend already. And she's like, oh, well, we'll just have to go ahead and figure that out later. And I'm like, yep. And then we just kind of forgot about him. I think he's still in her sketchbook, and we just forgot about him. Especially when we started getting into like Undertale, because now we all have like OCs and stuff for it. Because she made a universe. I don't remember what it's called. But it's really cool. I read the story that she has written for it so far, and I was like, hey, I should totally make a universe where the humans and monsters switch places. And she's like, yeah, that sounds awesome. And she's like, wait, we should probably look it up to see if it's been done before. And I'm like, that's true. And she goes, sadly, it has. And I was like, well, dang it, I really wanted to do that because it'd be fun. And she's like, yeah, it's called Switchtail. And I'm like, okay, that sounds kind of weird. But, you know. And then I was like, well, if you want to know stuff about my OCs, and I sent her a bunch of random things on my Undertale OCs. I sent her my main one. I didn't send her a picture yet. I want to send her a picture soon. I sent her my main character's backstory and how she ended up down in the underground, because she's not human and she's not technically a monster. I mean, at this point she is, because the amazing Dr. Alphys. Everybody says her name in a different way, and I don't understand why. So the character's name is Meredith, and the only reason is her original name was Mary, and she was a doll in the human world, and her owner was orphaned, and so when she went to the orphanage, all the kids there were talking about how, like, it's a haunted doll and blah blah blah, and nobody believed it until one kid did something. I don't remember what he did, but he did something stupid, and he died after looking into the doll's face. Then they all started calling her Mary Death, and then she became Meredith when she fell underground. And her backstory is really interesting. I'd call it dark, but it's not that dark. And yeah, so now we're moving on to my friend herself. I drew her hand, which is pulling her OC closer to her, because I wanted to do it where she's being super friendly and her OC is being super introverted, which is what honestly we both are. Because my OC is always happy and nerdy and stuff, but something I will say is that's her, that's Lilo, and she always has her hair in front of her eye, which always makes it fun for me. And the only reason she has that is because I was bored one day and I was trying to come up with designs for a character, and I was like, hey, I think it'd be fun to draw hair in front of her eye because I'm too lazy to draw the second eye. And then I started doing that, and then she became my Minecraft character, and then some more stuff happened. By more stuff, I mean I moved a few times, and some interesting things happened in my life. And then I started getting weirder and weirder. Like, honestly, that's the only way you can describe me. And I would talk to my OCs and stuff. So I would draw them, and then I did this with drawings. I did a fan art too. I didn't really know how to draw, so I would take a picture that existed. Like, I used to watch Lego Friends a lot. Cause I'm like, hey, maybe this will give me advice on how to get friends of my own. Nope, didn't work. And then when I started watching it, or when I got onto the website one time, I found out, oh hey, I can download all these pictures. I can use them to draw. Because I saw people doing it, and they're like, this is an edit. It's where you edit something that's an existing picture. And I'm like, since I suck at drawing, that'll work great. So I started doing edits, and they suck. They literally look like crappy pixel art. And my best friend's brother actually asked me one time what I was doing, because I was sitting there. It was like 6 in the morning, and I had a sleepover over at her place, and her brother comes out and goes, what are you doing? I'm like, doing an edit. Everybody does them. And then he's like, I don't. I'm like, yeah, you're not an artist, and you don't really do much with Legos anymore. And it was a weird day that day, because I think that was the day of her party. I don't remember. But yeah, I have a lot of weird stories to tell, honestly, I do. Yeah. Anyway, back to my friend. She and I are a lot alike, so I'm really nerdy, and I can talk about Undertale for a long, long time. The only difference is I know nothing about AUs. In my last video, though, I did draw Underswap and Underfell Sands. 2 versions of Underfell Sands, because I had a reference for one of them, and that was my friend's drawing. So, not this friend, but it was a different friend. It's one of the people I dedicated the video to, but I couldn't dedicate it to her, because first of all, she doesn't have a channel, and second of all, I don't know like what her TikTok name is. But she's a super nerd like me, and like Lavender. So anyway, yeah, we actually met when we were very, very little. Our birthdays are like maybe 2 months apart, and we were super close 2 years ago or so. when it turned out she was in my class and I didn't know it. And the first day I went to school, I was like, "Hey Mom, I met this great person. Her name's Lavender." And it was a lot of fun that day, but my mom was like, "Oh, didn't you know you used to know her?" And I'm like, "No." And she's like, "Yeah, she's the girl, one of the girls in your baby photo album." And I was like, "Oh, okay." Then I went to school the next day and I was like, "Hey Lavender, come sit over here." And I did a bunch of stuff, and we talked about a bunch of stuff like our past, and yeah, it was interesting. And then when we both got into things like Undertale, we weren't really close then, but we got into Undertale, and then we're going to Colorado Springs Comic Con for my birthday, and we have decided to do Sans and Papyrus. I'm doing Sans, she's doing Papyrus. Although I don't understand why, because I don't make as much puns as she does, from what I can remember. But I guess it kind of makes sense. And one of the friends I did, or both the friends I did the last video for, are gonna go insane when they hear it. But we decided to do that, and then our other friend that's going, someone else I'm doing this video for, is going to most likely dress up as Undyne. Because we wanted to do an Undertale cosplay. Originally, I wanted to do Ruby from RWBY, since she's the main character, and I did her for Denver Comic Con as well. But that's something I'm having to rant on later, honestly. And when they found out I liked Undertale, they were like, "Well, I agree with you. We should totally do an Undertale cosplay, and I want to do this character." The friend who's going to do Undyne actually wanted to do Muffet, because I was going to do Mettaton at that point. I really wanted to do Mettaton, because Mettaton X would be so much fun to cosplay. And I know it's a guy and blah blah blah, but it really did not look like it. I'm just saying. It really does look like a girl. I forgot to finish her leg. But when we decided to do the Undertale cosplay, I'm like, okay, well, let me talk to Lavender and find out what she wants to do. And my other friend, Winter, for the sake of my videos, said, "Yeah, okay, that sounds great. Just let me know what she says." I'm like, okay. And so when Lavender and I started talking about it, she said it would be great to do an Undertale cosplay, and she would love to do Papyrus. And I was like, okay, well, how about this? If you do Papyrus, I'll not do Mettaton, and I'll do Sans. And she said, that'd be great. And I was like, it makes sense, because at one point we were like sisters. She's like, yeah. And then I told Winter about it, and I said, hey, Lavender decided she wants to do Papyrus, and I told her I'd do Sans if she does. And then Winter goes, alright, well then I'll do Undyne. And I'm like, now it can be a real trio. It's gonna be amazing. And I can't wait. So, yeah, we're doing that in August. I have most of the costume figured out, because I have a few pieces of the costume already. Like, I have hair, obviously. I needed hair for it, because I'm doing it as a human and as a girl, so it's gonna be a lot of fun. But I have hair that I feel like would fit Sans, because I have really short hair, even though my character has like super long hair that goes down to almost her butt. Anyway, so when we decided to, dang it, what was I saying? Lord, I keep forgetting everything I'm saying. But I'm really excited. I have the shirt, and again, I have the hair, because I just remembered what I was trying to say. And then all I need is the shorts, the I'm thinking about wearing slippers. I'm not sure if I'm gonna. If I do, I need slippers. If not, I need like pink flats and fluffy fabric. And then I need the hoodie. I don't know if I said that already. But I'm pretty excited. And I feel like the Pyrus and Undyne are going to be easy to do. The hardest part for Undyne is going to be the gills. Because I thought about doing Undyne too at one point. And then I was like, nope, the gills are going to be too hard. Forget that. Okay. Let's see. What does it look like so far? Okay, it's looking really good. I'll do my character in a second once I finish. Lavender, for the sake of the video. Once I finish her head. Yeah. I'm like out of things to talk about. Oh, right. Okay, so I don't know if I'll do all 4. I might just do the next one for my YouTuber friend. Another YouTuber friend. And then I might do like a second part and upload that right after I upload this. And be a cheater because I really don't want to do a super long video. I don't know how long I've been recording. I should probably time myself next time. And because I talk a lot, and when I talk I don't draw as much as I should. So, yeah. There's something I wanted to say. Oh yeah, so we actually went to a movie last night, at the drive-in in Pueblo, and I brought my sketchbook because I'm like, we're gonna be there super early, and I need something to do while we're there before the movie starts. And I was like, I'll just bring my sketchbook, like the nerd who sits in the corner and draws that I am, because that's what I do. And so, like, as soon as we got there, we set up the lawn chairs, and everyone else was playing games, and I'm just like, okay, I'm gonna sit over here and draw. And that's exactly what I did. I was sitting there drawing. I was actually finishing a picture I was doing of Link. I'll probably put those at the end of the video. And a picture I was doing of Flowey and Asgore from Undertale. And I inked them both in Sharpie because I left my Micron at home. And I had a Sharpie because I'm like, I'm gonna need to write my name on my water bottle. I did. And I don't think there was any use for it. But I had to ink it in Sharpie, and I was super scared I was gonna mess up one of the lines. Like on, I think it was Link's ponytail actually. I smeared it just a little bit, and I was so sad. And then I looked at it again, and I realized it really wasn't that bad. And then after that, I had to figure out how to do some of the other stuff I was doing. Oops, wrong way. Okay, there we go. And I had to figure out how to do like the shading on them. It was super hard. I didn't like it. And they look really good though. I'm really surprised with how they turned out, because especially on the Asgore and Flowey one, because it started off being inked in Micron, and then when I realized I left my Micron at home, I was like, well, now I need to find something else to ink it. And I was like, wait, I have a Sharpie with me. I'll just use that. And so I did, and it looks really good actually. I'm pretty happy with it, and I want to do like Inktober this year. That and like NaNoWriMo in November, because my best friend's been trying to get me to do both for about a year or two. Anyway, so I'm thinking about doing all of my Inktober drawings by hand, instead of doing them on my computer. Because since I've learned how to ink things with the Sharpie officially, I can go ahead and do that and have like no problems at all. Whereas on my drawing pad right now, I'm having some problems. My hands sticking to the pad, even though I've got the stupid glove on. So yeah. And there's so much stuff to talk about, but I don't know if anything I want to talk about. Oh, okay. So, since I don't really want to do an intro video, like I really don't want to do an intro video, I'll just explain what I'm going to be doing with my channel and my life, basically. So, it's gonna start off pretty slow. I want to do some animations, and I want to do a bunch of other stuff. Like, I want to do drawing videos, I want to do covers, I want to do my own shows, honestly. And then I want to do impression videos where I do impressions of characters, because I can do Stitch from Lilo and Stitch, and then I can do Ruby, and then I can do, I don't know if there's anyone else I can do, really. I'm going to cheat again. I think I can, well, I don't know. I don't remember who else I can do. I'm better at doing anime characters, though, because they all have different voices. Like, I'm trying to get Ren from Ruby down, because I love Ren. Ren's my favorite. And I want to try to do his voice, but I can't, because it's too deep, and my voice can go super high, but my voice can't always go as deep as I need it. It's the same thing with, like, other characters. Like, I can't do Blake and Yang because their voices are too unique. Same with Weiss. I can't do anyone from that show except for Ruby because all their voices are too high or too unique. Like, I want to do John, like, super bad because I love John. John's my second favorite. I want to do Sun and I want to do Crow, but they've got such unique voices that I just can't. I physically can't, and I hate it, and I'm upset with myself because I can't do it, and I've been trying to do it for quite some time now. Crow will be a year in October-ish, because I started watching the show just before Volume 6 came out. And I watched it in 5 days. I was proud of myself. 5 volumes in 5 days is not bad. Especially considering I had to rewatch them because my sister was at a friend's house and I was watching them because I was being a jerk. And because I wasn't feeling good. So I had rights to the TV. And since I wasn't feeling good, I was just laying there on the floor. I watched The Winter Soldier, which was the only Captain I hadn't seen besides Civil War at that point. And then after that, I was like, I don't know what to watch. And my mom goes, well, you can continue watching Ruby. You're only on like episode 1. I'm like, that's true. So I started watching Ruby, and then I realized, oh crap, my sister's gonna kill me. She's all like, how are you doing? I'm like, I'm fine. And then she goes, are you watching Ruby without me? I'm like, yes. It's the only thing I have left that I haven't seen 1,000 times or more. I'm like, because at that point I'd already seen, I'd bought Captain America: The First Avenger, so I'd seen that quite a few times. And then I'd watched The Winter Soldier once in that day, and it's not like I was gonna watch it again. And I don't think I had any other movies I hadn't seen. And I'd seen some of the anime movies one of the anime movies I watch quite frequently. Twice at that point, because I watched it earlier that day too. And I'd seen like everything I watch on Netflix a bunch. And it's like, I have nothing new to watch. My friends are all like, oh, you should watch The Flash, you should watch this, you should watch that. No, I don't want to. Oh, you should watch Naruto. No. Just no. And yeah, that's pretty much where I was with life. No Naruto, no Flash. Because, I mean, DC's good, but I like Marvel more. And I don't really like the Flash, so. Alright, it's done for the most part. I'll color it and sign it, and then I will come back. Okay, so on second thought, that's going to take way too long to color. So I'll probably do that and then put it at the very end of the video. So, yeah. So this is actually from my other friend on YouTube. We're friends in real life as well. She goes to my art class, so. Coco the Red Umbreon. So, I really like her drawing style, and this is literally about as close as I can get it to, in fact. Because she told me to draw her character, and I'm like, okay, I'll try. And since I've seen it on her phone case a million times, I told her I would try my hardest to get it right, and here I am, trying to get it right. So we met through art class, and we just kind of became friends, like the first week or so. She was painting her character, and I asked her what it was, and then we started talking. And then I have another friend from art class I want to do a video, or a drawing in a video. Probably won't be this one, it'll probably be the second part. Because I really don't want to do it all in one video. It's gonna be such a long video. But yeah, so her favorite Pokemon is actually Umbreon, and I'm like, cool, Umbreon's legit. Mine's Pikachu, but I like Umbreon a lot because I have a super fancy Umbreon in my brand new deck I built, which is Fairy, Dark, and Psychic, I think. Yeah. So I have like all these perfect things I need for that, and I'm just excited. And I know I can hear my dad talking in the background. I don't know if you guys can, but and this is amazing. And when she showed me what her version of Umbreon looks like, I was like, oh wow, that's not exactly how I picture Umbreon. But she's like, yeah, I have my own personalized style, and my character's a furry. And I'm like, oh, I have no clue what that is, but go ahead and keep talking about it. So, yeah, now I know that furries are people, technically. I don't really know anything else about them. Like, I know my friend's a furry, and then I have my werewolf, and one of my friends was trying to draw my werewolf, and she goes, oh crap, I forgot she's a furry. I'm like, werewolf? And she's like, okay. I'm like, there's a very distinct difference. Especially when there's my werewolf versus a furry. This is more furry. My werewolf, again, looks like the thing in the last drawing. The thing popping off the side. Can't get these lines right sometimes. So yeah, Coco's pretty cool. We're actually a lot alike as well. We're both artists. We're both tomboys. We don't necessarily like wearing skirts and stuff. I mean, I wear skirts to school because it's school, and I suck at running, and it gives me a good excuse, I guess. Also because I can't wear my ripped jeans to school, so. But I guess really the only difference in our fashion style is she wears shorts a lot, and I despise shorts. Which is gonna be a problem when I do sands, cause I'm always cold. I can have a hoodie and a jacket on, and I'm still cold. And last night I had like 2 shirts on and a hoodie, and I was freezing. And yeah, I'm always cold. So that's why I really don't wear shorts, cause plus I just don't like shorts, honestly. So at this point, I've just kind of stopped wearing shorts. My friends are all like, "You're insane. Why don't you wear shorts?" And I'm like, first of all, I really don't have any. All of my shorts I use are like too short. So I wear them when I'm asleep only because I'm asleep. And my room gets really warm because I have a dog. And I also never take the blankets off my bed. So they're always there. I always have my comforter and my blankets and like 2 layers worth of stuffies. Especially in this room, because I have so many stuffies out on my bed right now. I have a giant koala, a giant giraffe, a giant sloth, a bunch of random little things. Like I have a badger, I have 2 sheep, a bear, just a bunch of random stuffed animals. I have so many stuffed animals, and I'm like, I need more. I need a Lucario for my locker. Because I love Lucario. Lucario's awesome. And I don't know. I guess this is just like Blab Challenge. So, yeah. I don't really know what else to say about this character. She's cute, and I like her. And she's cool. Okay, so since that's done, I can get rid of the sketch. And I can probably color... What the... I can probably color this one a lot faster than I can the others. As long as I remember what color hair she has. I think it's like a super dark brown. Probably about that color brown. And then I know she's got pink on the other side. Where her hair covers her eye. Actually, I need to make sure I do this all in one go. Because if I don't, it's gonna be 2 different shades. That's the problem with Krita sometimes. It gives me 2 different shades when I'm coloring, and I missed a spot when I was inking. Oh well, I can fix that. And then I have to go and I have to color, like, her ears are gray, her tail is gray, and the little Umbreon rings are kind of pink-ish. Yeah, it's kind of a pinkish color. And then once I'm done with coloring her, I'll probably go and do some sort of resizing on her. And that looks really weird. Okay, that looks better. Kind of. This looks really weird. I don't draw furries, so pink. It's more of a that color pink. That's for the most part. The bottom is a little white. Ah, wrong layer. Oops. I do this a lot where like I'll be on the wrong layer for coloring or inking, and I'll ink over the sketch, so I have to start all over. And it sucks. And I also suck at coloring things, so. As you can tell, I can't color the lines very well. I should be able to at this point. I'm an artist, but I just can't. Yeah, I really enjoy what I do. I enjoy being an artist. I enjoy drawing. I have a pretty distinct style. Since I'm such an anime nerd, I like anime and manga more than normal shows and comics. So all my drawings are in anime or manga style. My characters have larger eyes. They've got shinies in their eyes. They've got purple eyes even. Especially when I'm drawing characters from RWBY, like when I draw Yang, she's got her purple eyes, so I have to figure out how to do that. And it's even more fun to draw them when they're red. And Blake's got her oddly colored yellow eyes, which I still don't understand why she has them. And Ruby's got silver, so I have to figure out how to do all these different color eyes, and the silver eyes are probably the hardest. White's are easy though, because they're blue, and blue's a normal color. So. I'm just using a normal blender tool in Krita, so it just looks a little more like her character. Her character kind of almost has like a Neapolitan feel to her. I think the brown might be a little bit darker, but this looks really good. I might have to cut out again, I'm not sure. Because again, this video's been going for a while. Maybe 20 minutes already. So yeah, I'll probably just cut out and color the characters after I do the other drawings, and then I'll cut back to them. So yeah. Alright, so as you can tell, my anime and manga does not apply to dragons. I suck at drawing dragons. So this is going to be an adventure, to say the least. So this is for another one of my friends. I'm not giving out her channel right now because I don't know if she's going to change it. I know she wants to make a new one completely for drawing. And I know she's going to do a video just like this on her channel, where she draws stuff for her friends. Because she texted me and asked me what I would like if she did one. And I told her. My two favorite characters from the AFNOW Minecraft roleplay series, Aaron and Zane. Both as werewolves, but Zane's ears have to look fake. And so does his tail if she draws him full body. And it's gonna look great. I have all of my confidence in her. She's an amazing artist, like I am. Well, I wouldn't call myself an amazing artist. I call myself a so-so artist because I suck at drawing dragons. But my friends have called me an amazing artist before, so I don't know. I still don't trust them. I think they're just biased because I'm their friend. I also suck at drawing flames, so. Oh wow, that actually looks better than the sketch did. Let's see, what can I say about this dragon? I guess I should have used a reference. But there are like no dragons that would really help me out here. But Lord, my lines are squiggly today. My lines were all really straight yesterday, and now my lines are squiggly. And I don't like it. Okay, so this one's gonna take a long time to do. I feel like it's gonna take forever. I want to give it a spike there too. I actually kind of loosely based this one off of Alphys, because that's something I can draw. Something I have confidence in is drawing Alphys. because I know I can do it. I've drawn her before, so I know I can do it again. So that's why I just based this dragon off of her. The only difference is really this dragon's gonna be pastel, so I forget. I'm not sure how I'm gonna do that yet. I can't figure that out at this moment, at this juncture. But yeah, this one might take the longest. I know I'm gonna do a part 2. I want to get 3 to 4 drawings in for each video. But like if it's something I've drawn before, like Sans or a human, then I can do it super easily. I can actually do werewolves easier than I can do a human. I don't know what color these nails are gonna be. Since it's a dragon, I had to do something with nails. So yeah, I just had to crap. I just had to figure out how to draw some things. Because I know one of my friends is for sure gonna ask for Sans, and so is another. Or one might ask for her OC with Sans again. And then the other will probably ask for his character, or maybe his character with Sans. Because all my friends are nerds like me. And we all like Sans a lot. That's why I'm cosplaying Sans, because I feel like it'd be really fun and really easy to do. And really, really cheap. So I won't have to pay as much money as I did for Ruby, because Ruby was like $60 for the costume alone. And then we had to make the scythe. And the scythe turned out okay, considering we did it in a week because I was too lazy to do it. Yes, that is the exact reasoning for why the scythe was done in a week. I was too lazy to do it, and I had to draw the scythe, and I'm like, I don't want to do that. And besides, it's not like I know how to scale it properly. So I'm like, Ruby's smaller than I am, most likely. She would be. If she was a real character, she totally would be. Like, if she was a human, she totally would be smaller than me. But I just couldn't figure it out, and I will admit I was making a stupid judgment call, but really, I did not want to do that. I mean, it was, at first I was like, yeah, I'm up for the challenge. Then I'm like, you know, I'm too lazy. I have until, like, July. No, wait. It was June. Yeah, I had until, like, the first week of June, and I was like, I'll be fine. And then here I was, like, the first week of June. Crap, I still need to do the scythe. That was me. It was definitely me. And, the worst part was, they wouldn't even let us take the scythe in because it had a scope on it. And it was wood. And they changed the rules right before Comic-Con to where no wood was allowed in. And my sister went as Nora, and she was crushed because they wouldn't let her hammer in. And she was so upset. She's like, Nora is not Nora without her hammer. And I'm like, okay. And I saw a few other rubies there. It was amazing. Because, like, whenever someone saw me, they were like, Ruby! And I had to turn around to figure out who in the world it was that was calling my voice. Or calling my name. The character's name. Ah! What did I do? Alright. So that was a lot of fun, because I got to take a bunch of pictures with a bunch of other rubies. And yeah, it was a lot of fun because of the rubies, and there was also this cute little girl who was dressed up as Yang, and we took a picture with her, and her mom was dressed as a gender-bent crow, and her dad was dressed as a gender-bent ruby. So it was really cool getting to do that. And there were a bunch of other people there. Actually, a shop from my hometown was there, and I was excited. So I'm like, oh, I didn't think they would be here. There's such a small shop. And of course, the inner anime nerd in me came out, and I'm like, we have to look at it. I'm like, my mom's like, well, why don't we just go to the store when we get back home? I'm like, they never have the Lucario plush in the store, so I want to look here. And she's like, okay, fine. So we looked, and like right as I got up there, someone bought the Lucario plush, and I was like, dang it, because Lucario nerd. Apparently, they're actually really common, and I didn't even know I wasn't the only one. Like, I talk to people all the time, and they're like, oh yeah, Lucario's cool, but I like this. I like Greninja. I like Froakie. I like Frogadier. That's all the same thing, basically. I like, Fennekin. I like Growlithe. I like Growlithe too, honestly, I do. Or they're like, I don't even know which Pokemon's my favorite, but I have a favorite trainer, and it's X. And I'm like, mine's Kiawe, and then Gladion, and then probably Brock. Because I like Brock a lot. Brock's pretty funny. Then I'm like, if I had to go with my absolute favorite trainer, it would be Kiawe or Gladion, because they're both amazing, and they both have the best Pokemon ever. Gladion's got an Umbreon. I just realized I think he did that because of the name. Oh no, wait, I remember the story. Never mind. But it's really fun to obsess over things. So when we got up there, the guy that was attending to the little shop at that point was wearing an Undertale shirt, and I was like, oh, guys, it's an Undertale shirt. I was freaking out, and I was literally yelling like at the top of my lungs, but nobody could hear me. I was like, guys, this guy has this super cool Undertale shirt. I love it, and I need it. And when we got up there, he asked how he could help me, and I'm like, well, I'm not gonna buy anything because the Lucario plush went bye-bye. But I really like your shirt because it's Undertale, and I love Undertale, and I've played through it at this point probably 3 times. Might have just been twice at that point. I don't know. At this point, I've played through it like 3 times. But my sister was all trying to figure out how in the world I knew it was Undertale, and I was like, simple. Muffet is sitting on top of a bunch of monsters. She goes, that's not Muffet. I'm like, it totally is. And then when he turned around, he's like, and on the back is sad Toriel being all sad. I'm like, oh yeah, that's very Toriel. And it's like, poor Toriel, honestly. I feel really bad for her because she's had to deal with me leaving her as a mother figure 3 times? Oh no, more than 3 times, because I've used every account on my Switch just because I needed to replay something, because I did a speech on it. I did a speech on Undertale. It was fun. Okay. So, Dragon doesn't look as cool as it should. That's only because I need to go and I need to fix a few things. I'm going to do a little bit of roundness on that part. Do a little bit of that. Oops. Do a little bit of that. Do a little bit of that. Try to make it look like the spikes are actually a completely different part. They will be, because they'll be a completely different color as well, but I also need to figure out how to do the pastel color type thing. And then I need to figure out the background. So, yeah. Okay, so I think I'm gonna just finish by inking the rock and stuff. It's not gonna be the exact same rock it is here, because I can't draw the exact same thing. But I think I'm just gonna finish this up, and then I'll cut out again, and I'll color everything, and then I'll insert, and then I'll talk about what they look like at the very, very end. So yeah, that'll be fun. yeah, I don't know. I don't know. And I'm not going to be doing that one in this video. Yes, saved. Come on, really? Thank you. But yeah, again, guys, I'm using Krita. I think I said that earlier. I'm pretty sure I did. It's free. I don't know about the brushes and stuff, but I also got some free software with my drawing pad, which I love. I haven't really used it all that much. I was gonna enter one of the contests, but I never got to because we completely kept forgetting. And yeah, so that's done. For now at least. His arm actually looks really, really cool. And yeah, okay, so I'm gonna color this and then I'll be back after that. And I'm gonna color these as well. So yeah, I'll start with this one. I'll be right back. Okay, actually, I just realized something this character's missing. On like all the pictures, she's got like side fluff on her cheeks. Kind of like that, like a fox would. So yeah, I just wanted to tell you guys that before I fix it. So yeah. Okay, so I'm finally back. It took me a little bit to get these colored in, but so here's the one with lavender, the real version. Oops. Ah, wrong tool. I don't have a pointer, so I'm just gonna go back to this one. And then there's me. And then here's the furry. I did this one first. I tried to do a galaxy. Didn't turn out right, but I think it looks pretty good. And then here's the dragon. It's very pastel, and I like the green. The green's pretty cool. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And if you did, go ahead and like and subscribe. And I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.